Hello, I'm Dr. Sheryl Randolph, and welcome to what I'd like to call Live Anyway Zone. This is a place where we will explore and we will examine this thing called life and learn how to live intentionally so that we can choose to live anyway. Why do we say that living anyway is a choice? Because life can be very challenging, and there are times when you will have to make the conscious effort to get up, to have what life says that you can have and do it anyway. You know, as I was thinking about this, my mind went to a puzzle. And during this time and in this season, we're all working a lot of puzzles. But you know, the thing about puzzles is that we like the picture. You know, I pulled one of my old little puzzles out to say we like the completion of the picture. We start our life and we say this is how it is going to be, and we don't really count on storms or difficult situations or circumstances that can distort or rob us of the picture. And if the truth be told, most of us are not dealing with this. You know what we're dealing with? We're dealing with this. It looked good from the beginning, but it's all of these pieces that we have to deal with. How do the pieces happen? Because life happens. It may be illness in a family, maybe a divorce, maybe a loss of job, but pieces happen. But what I want you to understand is that as devastating as broken pieces are, the key to being back together again is making sure that you have all of your pieces. I was thrilled, or I was just fascinated when we were working a puzzle and we put a puzzle together and there was one piece that was missing, and my son said, "Where is the other piece?" And I'm like, oh my goodness, we put all this time in and now we can't find the other piece. And he started fishing around under the sofa and he was able to find the piece. Oh, we were rejoicing. Not because it was complete. We were happy that we found the piece. Can I tell you that's the key? Again, oftentimes we struggle with the brokenness, but we have to learn to guard. We have to learn to protect our pieces because life will come. We talked about that last week in the intro. There is a thief loose, and a thief wants to steal from you, because if you're missing some pieces, the challenge is, how am I going to be back together again? How am I going to be whole? All of this has the ability to be this, but only if all of the pieces are present. So let me walk you through how to make sure you maintain your pieces and how we can put it together. Number one, be patient with the process. Putting a puzzle together, putting pieces together, it takes time. And it's just like our life and putting it together. And when we get pieces to match, we should celebrate a micro win. Because if you don't celebrate, it will wear on you and you won't be as patient in the process. Now, I challenge you, as you go through, you get a little frustrated and you get tired and you'll try to force a piece. Don't force it. Just be patient in the process, because just like 1 connected to 2 and 2 connected to 3, 4 is out there. 5 is in here. But just be patient. Take your time, because life has gone through a lot. Your life has gone through a lot. But everything you need is right here. And in time, you're going to get to completeness. So again, like I said, don't force it, because I know we want everything to hurry up. I'm good. My goodness, even in the situation that we're currently in, everybody wants it to be done. Everybody wants, tomorrow for things to be the way they were. Can I tell you, no matter how badly you want it to speed up, there is a process. There's a process to life. There's a process to coming back together. So as long as you don't force it and you respect the process, you have patience in the process, in due time, you will get back to the place where you can recognize you again. You'll get back to the place to where things are flowing the way you want them to flow. But again, remember, be patient. Number 2, trust that God will do what he said he will do. Can I tell you, from the very beginning, he made us complete. And then when life happened, we started being broken into different pieces. But he is true to his word. And he still has this vision of us being complete and being whole. We just have to trust that he will do what he said he will do. Now, in the midst of things trying to, get back together, it's hard sometimes to trust God. Can I tell you, I have been there. I visited frequently. It's hard to wrap your mind around being whole and being complete when all you see are pieces. It's hard to remember what you were when all you see is where you are now. But he is, I love this, the same yesterday, today, and forever. And anything he did in your life one time, he's God enough to do it again. I guarantee you that, because I'm sure I'm like many of you, that you have that phrase, been there, done that, have the t-shirt. Yeah. But the good part about it is, even though there was so much brokenness, God has the ability to help you put it together. That's why it's important that you gather all of your pieces, that you have everything that people have tried to take from you. I've had to go back to people and say, give me back my joy, give me back my peace, because I left it at that event or that situation or that circumstance. But if I know that I'm ever to live beyond this, if I'm ever to be all that I'm supposed to be, I need my pieces, so that I can put them together. So again, be patient and then trust that God will do what he said he will do. Can I tell you the third part of this is that pieces, P-I-E-C-E-S, want to rob you of your peace, P-E-A-C-E. Don't let being in pieces take your peace, because as long as you can remain in peace, as long as you can regroup and take a minute to say, life's not over. This is not it. This happened, but it's not the end. I said that in the intro. Life will change you, but it doesn't have to end you. And as long as you don't let pieces take away your peace, you're good. You can pull this thing off called life. You can get back to the place to where you can make a decision to live anyway. Now I'm telling you, it is not going to always be easy. You have to work on navigating through some storms, some challenges, some tears, some people who even will not even believe that you can come back together again. We all grew up on that nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty. He fell and he was in all of these pieces. And it said even the very people they thought could put him back together, they couldn't. But then there were some unusual people that came and put him back together again. Can I tell you, your coming back together may not always come from the place you think it will, but being patient, trusting that God will, not letting pieces disrupt your peace. It'll help you see what you didn't see before. In my life now, I see people that I never thought would be important or intricate in me getting back together. Oh my God, they have played such a major role. I've watched incidents and situations really usher me into the place that I needed to be. So don't discount anything. Don't throw away anything. Don't throw away people that you're not sure can help you out, because God has a plan. But you have to remain in peace so that you know that. We put a puzzle together in my house, and I told you about my son. And he finally found the piece. Well, we were so excited because the piece was found. And then my daughter said one day when we had it on display for a while, and then I was about to crumble it up and put it away. She said, don't do that. I said, why? We have to put it away. She said, that represents all of our hard work. But what I said to her in response, I said, girl, anything you do one time, you can do it again. I just stopped by here to tell you in the Live Anyway zone that anything you do one time, you can do it again. Why does the enemy fight you so hard in putting your pieces together? Because he knows if you ever put the pieces of your life together one time, when another storm comes and something happens in your life, you'll look at that with peace and say, I've got this. I can make the conscious decision to live anyway. I can do what's necessary to put it together. You can do it. I promise you. Anything in your life that hits you, anything that happens, you can outlive it and live anyway. But it takes choice, it takes perseverance, and it takes peace to just know that it's coming, it's happening, it's on the way. And that's why it's important for you to just be patient, because if you keep getting up and if you keep moving and if you keep protecting your pieces and working with them and putting them together, after a while, your life will begin to look like this. You know, you'll get your joy back. You get your peace back. You start navigating through family and making that work. Your job starts coming together. All of these different things, they'll start coming together. And you'll be almost there. And that's when you get excited, like, I'm almost there. The coolest part is when you look back and say, never thought it could happen to me. But day by day, strategy by strategy, creativity, innovation, being patient, waiting on God, having the right people, all of those things work together. I think there's a scripture that says, for I know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. If you just focus on living, it'll come together. And then you're down to the last part. You start feeling like I felt. Be like, yes, I got it. It's there. It's coming. Okay, it's almost there. And you're no longer forcing it. You're living it. You're no longer trying to make things work. They're just working. And you know the cool part about this is, before you can ever display this here, you got to see it here. This represents you. This is what they see. So you have to get it together on the inside. And once you're good, because that's what this whole episode is about, helping you to get to a good place. Once you get here on the inside, then this is what they see. This is who people can view you as. That you're complete, that you're whole. You know, sometimes we forget once we see this beautiful picture, all of the pieces that are on the inside. Can I tell you, once you make the concentrated effort, people will forget about all of the broken pieces. And they will see you whole, and they will see you complete, and they will see you in a place to where they say, ooh, you looking good. Can I tell you, that's waiting on you. Somebody's ready to say, ooh, you looking good. I like to say it like this. I don't look like what I've been through. When you take your time, when you trust God, when you don't allow pieces to disrupt your peace, you'll get to the place to where you're looking good. I'm so glad you've joined me in the Live Anyway zone. And do know that life is worth living, and you can live through any circumstance, through any situation. If you just choose to live, you'll say, I'll live anyway.